Well, hello there. Let's learn to code.
Hey guys, welcome back again to part 2 of tutorial 4. So in this portion of the tutorial we're going to learn how to read in inputs from the users. So as you remember from the last tutorial we manually assigned the variable radius of type double our value of 15. So now we want to take the value from the user. So in order for us to get the value from the user, we need to use a class called scanner, which exists within Java. So the scanner class is what we're going to use, and I'm going to write that out and show you guys how that's done. But before we do that, I just want you to know what Java uses. By default, it's system.out and system.in. So as we have here, system.out.println, which is the default used to print to the console here, and then we have system.in, which is used to take in values from the console. So pretty understandable. So we have the default output device, and then we have the default input device, which is the keyboard, would be the device which is used as a default input. Alright, now in order for us to use the scanner class, we need to create a scanner variable. So we're going to start up here. Just going to make a little space here so you guys can see clearly. So we're going to declare our scanner, right? That's going to be the type, and we're going to declare basically our variable name, which is going to be of type scanner. So we'll call it in. Okay, so we have scanner in, and we're going to make it equal. So we're going to assign it a value of a new scanner of type system in. So basically what we're saying here is our scanner type is going to read in the input values from our default input device, which is going to be our keyboard. Pretty simple. Great. So now I'm getting an error here. The reason why I'm getting an error is because I haven't imported the scanner, the Java util package, which has the scanner class in it. So we need to import that in here. So we're going to do import. Oh my god, import. What is that? Okay. Import util. Oh my goodness. Import java.util.scanner. Okay, so now we've imported our scanner class, so we can use it. So we have a new variable called in of type scanner. Wonderful. Okay, now since we've taken care of this, now to describe this a little bit, we're basically creating an object of the scanner type. Now scanner in it basically declares the in variable, which type is scanner. So I said it a few times, but I really want you to understand how this variable declaration is working and what represents what. So it might get annoying, I'm sorry, but you know, it's just so I just want to make sure everything is clear. So we have the whole line here, scanner in equals new scanner system.in. So now we have the new object, and we've assigned it the variable input, a reference rather to the variable input. Now this variable itself, in, can invoke the methods or functions within the scanner class. So just how we have our read compute class with a main function, the scanner class itself has its own functions in there. So for example, if we do in dot, we can invoke, these are all the functions that are, or methods inside the scanner class. So this is what we will use to read in the value that the user inputs. So that's just a quick basic introduction of basically declaring an object type. So since we have everything ready here, I'm going to move on. And of course we'll get more deep into this later on, but this is what you need to understand for this tutorial. And you know, since we are reading in a double, the method that we're going to use is in dot next double. So pretty, easy to comprehend here. It's very descriptive function names. So in.nextDouble. Now this is great. So we're getting the next double, but where are we getting it from? Right? So we already know that we're using the default system in, which is keyboard. So that's defined. That's fine. Okay, we're getting it from the keyboard. But where are we storing it? Nowhere as of yet, which is a problem because we want to be able to reference this value for our formula down here. So in order to assign our input into a variable, all we have to do is radius equals in.nextDouble, like so. So the double that the user puts in will basically be fed into this variable radius. So I'm going to copy and paste this on top. The reason why that's coming up red is because this is sequential, and technically I haven't defined radius yet at this point. So I'm just going to copy everything and put it on top here. Bang. Okay, great. Okay, now this is all good. We don't need this because we are reading in from the system. Wonderful. Okay, so everything looks good almost, but the problem is we haven't asked the user to input a value yet. So right above this, we're going to do system.out.println, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask the user, please enter a radius. Okay, so that's going to print out this line, and then the user's going to, or us, we're going to enter a radius. I don't know why that happened. Enter a radius, and then we're going to do the calculation based on the radius that's inputted by the user or us, and then we're going to print it out to the screen. Pretty easy. Let's give it a run. Alright, please enter a radius. Okay, we'll do 15 just to make sure it calculates the right amount, and then you hit enter. Wonderful. So as you can see, it's the same amount and it took in our value. Let's change the value up now. So we're going to go ahead and input 2. Let's do 1. We all know what that's going to be. Oh, I click run again instead of enter. So it's pi itself, because 1 times 1 is 1 times pi is pi. Okay, wonderful. So it seems to be working great. So this is how you take in user input. Now we're taking in a double, as you can see, in.nextDouble. Now we're gonna stay in this tutorial for a minute because I want to talk to you guys about inputting multiple values. So in this case, we're just entering one value. So it's pretty easy. We're printing into the console to enter the value, and we use our default input device, which is our keyboard, to feed the value in. But what if a problem requires multiple entries from the user? So we're going to talk about that now, and let's move on. Okay, so I'm thinking of what we can use. Okay, let's use an average. Okay, basically to calculate an average of something, we need multiple values. So for example, let's take for instance the average of 3 scores. So you took 3 exams and you got 3 scores, and you want to know what the average is. So in order to get the average of 3 values, we're going to need 3 variables, right? So first what we need to do is we need to declare our scanner, which you've done up here already. So this is going to be to input the user values. And now what we want to do is we're going to do a multi-step here. Now you guys already know how to define a variable, but we're going to basically assign the variable at the same time, not the same time, but at its declaration. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do system.out. Oh my goodness. System.out.println. Please enter 3 test scores. Alright, so we're asking the user to enter. Now we need to store them somewhere, so we're going to store them in our doubles. We're going to declare 3 variables, double test1. Let's be a little more descriptive. Test score 1. I usually don't like using numbers. It's just, I don't think it's a good habit. So I'm just going to write test score 1 equals, now this is the multi-step. We're going to assign it the input right away. So we're going to do in dot next double. So that will grab the first double, and then we're going to do double test score 2 equals in dot next double. So that's automatically going to grab the second double. So it's like moving along sequentially. So this is like not too much in our control. Like it's just going to move along, and every time you call in dot next double, it's going to move on to the next double. And the delimiter that we're going to use is a space. So that's automatic. You do number 1 space, number 2 space, number 3. I'll show you that in a second. And then we're going to do double test score 3 equals in dot next double. Alright, pretty simple. Now we're going to basically calculate our average. Now in order to calculate our average, we multiply the 3 numbers, we add the 3 numbers and we divide by that amount, which is 3, the number of numbers. the number of numbers. Okay, that sounds a little funny, but whatever. So double average equals, it's going to be test, let me copy and paste, guys. Copy and pasting, copy and pasting. Okay, test score 1 plus test score 2. What am I doing? I'm just going to use my quick keys. Hang on. Test score number 3. Wonderful. Okay, divide by, what are we going to divide by, guys? 3, because we have 3 numbers. Alright, so sorry, just had to clear my throat there. Okay, so test score 1, test score 2, test score 3 divided by 3. Now we have our average, so now we need to print it. So we're going to do, let's just use this since it's typed up already. I'm being super lazy, but whatever. Okay, please enter radius. No, I don't want you to enter anything. I'm just going to do average, okay, equals plus area. Oh my god. Average, I mean, jeez, ignore that, guys. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So we're gonna run our program here. Alright, enter 3 test scores. Okay, give me the average of 70. Yeah, I'm scoring low here, guys. Okay, 70. Oh my goodness, scoring really low. 100. Whoa, fluke. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but enter. Alright, so the average of 70, 70, and 100 is equal to 80. Okay, so that makes sense. So that's basically how you take in multiple double values. So that was pretty simple as well. I hope you guys understood everything there. Now the scanner thing is really useful for taking in user inputs. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Of course, we do have a part 3 left, which we're going to discuss 2 things. We're going to discuss what we call identifiers, and we're going to also discuss variables. So please don't skip out on that. It is going to be an important one. I'm going to discuss a lot of detailed stuff about the different types of data types you can use. So the link will be somewhere on the screen here. Please click on it to see the next video. And if you guys enjoyed that video, please give me a thumbs up. And it would be great if you can subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time.